Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just downloaded the Rare Replay, and I got the game Conker's Bad Fur Day that was originally for the N64 with the whole Rare Replay bundle. And I'll be honest, like from the get-go, this is my favorite game of all time. I fucking love it. I played it. I'm 25 years old now. I played this game when I was 11 because it came out in 2001 when I was 11 years old. Got it from the old Blockbuster, and I was fucking in love, you know? It was love at first sight. So I'm starting a new game. I've played this game probably about 15 or 20 times all the way through. I'm not quite at like a speedrunning level at all, but I can kind of plow through this game fairly quickly. So it's gonna be I don't want to say an expert because that just sounds kind of cocky and stupid, but I know this game pretty well front to back. That's all I'm gonna say, you know. I kind of will talk over the cutscenes as well. Sorry, if you want to see the cutscenes, I'm sure, you know, somebody else has posted them on YouTube, and they would be glad to oblige you. But this is going to be a pretty relaxed playthrough. You know, I'm going to try to talk and keep you guys entertained, while also playing well, I guess. I'll try to anyways. So, I don't know. I'm really a huge Conker fan. I wish they would do something more with him, but you know, the making of featurette that they have on the Rare Replay, the making of Conker's Bad Fur Day. Chris Seaver, who's the project lead and like the game's director and the voice of Conker, as well as all the other voices and everything. He's basically the man behind Conker, this game, in most of its entirety. I mean, I'm not saying a lot of people didn't work on it, but he's the main guy. And it kind of broke my heart when I heard him say that, you know, if they wanted him to make another Conker's game, he doesn't feel like he's the person to do that anymore. Being that, you know, that was 15 years ago, and he's a completely different, not a completely different person, just, you know, somewhat of a different person than who he was back then. So he feels that he was not, he wouldn't want to do it, I guess, is what he was trying to say. Which is disappointing, because I want a fucking another Conker game. I mean, there was plans for a second one. It was going to be like, Conker's the other day or something like that, and it's supposed to be about Conker being, you know, the king of the land. As well, spoiler alert, becomes the king. Well, actually, you just saw it in that fucking cutscene. He becomes king, and he goes partying and runs out of all the money, and everyone's pissed at him, and they're gonna execute him. So he escapes from the tallest tower of the prison that he's being held in, and the game starts from there. That was like the story that they had. I guess they even had like concept art together about what it was going to be like, among other things. It said that the Scarecrow Birdie was going to die. That Barry would come back as like a Terminator to hunt Conker. It just sounded like it was going to be another awesome Conker game. Like it was going to be, you know, a lot like the first as far as like the humor goes and the writing. I don't know. I thought it would have been fantastic, but as the Rolling Stones would say, you can't always get what you want. Yes. So I'm kind of confused about Barry, because I'm like 99% certain she's a squirrel, but she doesn't have a tail. So it kind of like seems like maybe she's like a tall bunny, but I don't think she is. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I base this on the fact that the squirrel soldiers don't have tails either. So I'm assuming they just tuck them in and Conker, being that he went, oh shit, as I say that, there's a fucking squirrel soldier with a tail. In multiplayer they don't have tails. So I was wrong, kind of. So maybe she is a bunny. I don't know. I feel like my whole world just got flips upside down, like I'm the Fresh Prince of the Cock and the Plucker. That's the name of the bar, if you did not know. Guy's like, fuck off! Just kidding, he wouldn't say that. He's a monk. You can tell with his fangs. All monks have fangs. So I like to drink as well. I mean, I don't do it very often, but I have a completely different experience than what Conker had. Well, actually, no, our experiences are pretty similar. I usually just drink to the point where I start puking and then I pass out and I wake up somewhere. So it's kind of similar in that aspect. I just don't really, see Conker puking. He can hold his liquor better than me. But that's not hard to do. I'm fucking 25, I weigh 150 pounds, I think. So I'm like pretty skinny guy, I guess. I don't know why I'm talking about that. We're fucking playing the game. I don't know. This game's fucking amazing. This game blew my mind when I was a kid. Me and my friends would play fucking multiplayer all the goddamn time. Which I'll also say, in case you're interested, I'm probably going to post some videos of the multiplayer being played by, me and some friends. It's going to be split screen, which is kind of a bitch to watch on YouTube, I know. But there's nothing you can really do about it when it's an old N64 game. But it's fun as shit. Me and my friends used to play it when we were children, and we would fucking just do all kinds of crazy mayhem. You don't even know. I forgot how long this cutscene is. Oh god. Not the milk. So I think it's funny that the plot to this game is like, it's obviously, supposed to be kind of stupid in a way. It's like the fucking legs missing from the table, so they have to find a red squirrel to put it in its place. Like that's, a really basic kind of just dumb idea, but it's like, it's meant to be that way, and that's what kind of makes it brilliant. It's like the story is being, it's like almost a very serious story with being just having these incredibly silly details. Just the way the script is, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm very biased on this game. I had a friend that just played it for the first time, and I told him you gotta give it a break because it's fucking an older game. Gaming was different back in 2001 than it is now in 2015. But he had some things to say about the jankiness of the controls sometimes, and I guess I get that. But at the same time, that opinion is just wrong. Everything is perfect about this game. This game does no wrong for me. I'm sorry. Alright. So we're going to walk around the long way to go talk to our birdie friend. Mr. I was going to say Rorschach. Fucking, what do they call that shit that he's made out of? Burlap. Like the guy from, you ever seen that horror movie, The Strangers? Holy shit, that movie scared the shit out of me. And I don't really get scared by like horror movies, but that one just kind of like struck a chord with me. If you don't know what it is, it's basically with fucking Steven Tyler from Aerosmith's daughter or whatever, and some other dude, and they're in a cabin, and then some crazy people just come and start fucking with them, like they're gonna just kill them and breaking into the house and setting traps. Holy shit! It's like, I don't know, they just set like it's like a psychological thriller, I guess. Because they just really mindfuck them. But anyways, back onto the game. Fucking that's Beardy, who's the one that was supposedly supposed to die in the second game. That would have been funny, I think. Just because, it's kind of like a Rick and Morty kind of vibe where there's like disposable characters, I guess. I mean, like, Birdie kind of helps us out every now and again, but like, we don't have any emotional ties to this guy. He's obviously a drunk, drug addict asshole. Now just wants like our $10 or whatever. Okay, I'll press B. Does a ting! So this game only had 3 voice actors. It was Chris Seaver, and I don't know the other 2 people's names, but it was a lady that did all the female voices, and it was one of the composers for the game that did the Great Mighty Pooh musical number. The opera singing, if you will, with all the vibrato and the moving of the neck pieces. Interesting. And it's also funny to me that this game, I just like thought about it because I saw feck off crows or whatever. I mean, clearly that's supposed to be fuck, but that's, what they could get away with at the time or whatever. But it's just funny to me how much more they could get away with on the Nintendo 64 than they could on like the re-release Conker's Live and Reloaded, in 2005 for the Xbox is like the Xbox version was just so much more censored, so many more bleeped out cuss words, to the point where it just didn't make the script funny anymore. And I think that's kind of what, like, you know, did, like, it was like the final nail in Conker's coffin, if you will. Well, actually, no. That was one of the nails in his coffin, I think. And believe me, all this shit breaks my heart, but I'm just, you know, it's just how I feel like. That's, I don't know. That's where I feel like Conker's at today. Because the whole Project Spark game came out for the Xbox One, which features Conker as a buyable, like, pack, from what I understand, where you can make games, make your own Conker games. But there's also one that the Project Spark people made that's called Conker's Big Reunion, and I played it. I bought it for $5. I want my $5 back. And, oh, fuck! Fucked up already, I'm sorry. I was being a little overzealous, I guess. And, yeah, so I want my $5 back for buying that game. Because it honestly got me at first. It felt very nostalgic. He said a lot of things that, like, you know, he says in the beginning, at this part, actually. He says, like, that exact same speech about how to use the helicopter tail thing. And, I was like, oh my god, you know, they're reaching back to the original and everything. And then from there, it was just janky controls, and it's like 4 little mini games, and that's the entire gameplay. One of the bosses you fight is just entirely unfair, because the timing is off, and you're gonna get hit no matter what. And I was like, this is not what Conker would want, you know? It's a fucking asshole. I didn't know what to make of this guy the first time I played this game. I was like, what the fuck? This game just took a very strange turn. A few of them already, but this one being the strangest. Like, this guy just doesn't look like he belongs in this world. I don't know. To me, there's something pretty cool about Let's Playing a game that you really care about, you know? Because I'm sure everyone has that game for themselves. Like, just a game that means more to you than any other game. Like, either something you played when you were young, or a game you just played that just... Oh, I fucking forgot to pull the lever. I'm an idiot, man. When speedrunners do this part of the game, I am an idiot! My bad. Alright, when speedrunners do this part of the game, this section is called like 228 or bust or something like that, and they mean like you have to be out of this place by 2 minutes and 28 seconds, or fucking your run is no good, or you just suck, or whatever. But as you can see, I don't speedrun because I just like to watch them, and I don't know. I feel like if I tried to speedrun a game, it would kind of just like ruin that game for me, because I'd always be thinking about the fastest way to get this done instead of just enjoying the overall experience, like I'm already kind of doing by like the way I fucking fell like 8 times already. Alright, and the way I keep missing things because I'm too busy talking. Grab the lever, pull the lever down. It's a very nice door. Alright, so now we gotta go get ourselves a bitch ass key so we can learn how to use our frying pan, which is, I mean, honestly, like, not the best controlling weapon in the world, but it's kind of almost like a novelty gimmick thing, because you don't really use it that often. You know, they always just give you like whatever gun's appropriate for that situation using the B context sensitive buttons, as Birdie explained earlier. Alright. There we go. The speedrunners, you know, they get the key right to the door, then they walk up and smack it. Last time I played this game, I had a hell of a time at this part. I'm glad I got that first try. It would have been pretty fucking funny, though, if it was the same thing I had last time, because I was chasing that thing around for like 2.5 fucking minutes. It's just having the worst luck. And it was not pretty. Not pretty at all. Alright, so we're making our way downtown. Crossing bridges, smacking bitches with frying pans. Yeah. And it was his own cockiness that was his literal downfall. That dude's dead, but that dude's a rock man. He's made of stone or marble or some sort of, perhaps even metal. I don't know. Some sort of alloy. And you're gonna tell me that he fucking died from that kind of fall? I don't know. Maybe he just cracked his fucking head open. I mean, it's concrete against concrete. Anything could happen. Oh! That explosion was like blast core approved. I know that the game, that Rareware game Blast Core is called Blast Core, and I know that the military, the Marines are called the Marine Corps, but I want to say Corpse. I really do. It's got the P and the S. Corpse. Blast Corpse. Marine Corps. I'm sure a lot of other people feel the same way, but I know the correct way. I love this cutscene, by the way. Dr. von Krippelsbach, or whatever his name is. Crazy fucking German weasel scientist with his googly eyeball monocle device and crazy plans. And I love that they make the Fairy Panther King out to be... I'm full of spoilers if you haven't caught on already, because I'm just assuming you guys have already played this game, maybe? You just felt like watching a Let's Play of it? And if you haven't, I'm really sorry, but I'm about to say a spoiler. I love that the main antagonist, the Fairy Panther King sitting there, doesn't ever really do anything. It just comes down to a plot twist in the end, which is fantastic. Like, I just, never saw it coming, if you will. Better not fucking be too long. Only 12. I've been wondering for years what he does with the duct tape. The only thing I can imagine, to me, what's most probable in my mind is that he's ripping it out, like ripping chunks of fur off their asses or something. Or he's into some kind of S&M stuff and he's like taping them down to a chair and giving them a twerking lap dance. Twerking his gherkin at him. His panther gherkin. Rodents of the world. Anti-gravity chocolate is kind of working. You see the teddy in the background, by the way, at that part. I mean, it's pretty easy to pick up on. But just in case you weren't really looking, there's like the teddy's being worked on. He's like, oh, chocolate just fell out of the sky. Might as well fucking eat it. Yum. Alright, I'm going to end this part for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this first part of Conker's Bad Fur Day on the Rare Replay. I just realized I didn't put the border around it or whatever that comes with the Rare Replay. But it's cool with the black bars, I guess. I'll put something nice there when I edit this. I'll put something nice. So, never mind. Forgot the black bars. There's probably been something there the whole time. Anyways, I'll be back soon with the next episode. Goodbye.